Hi everyone, welcome to my altar tour. This is probably like my third attempt at filming this. The first time I did it, I filmed it in I'm using my cell phone, so I filmed it in the wrong format. Then the second time I had like the doorbell ring in the middle. The third time my flash decided to stop working, so I had to readjust the lighting, and so here we go. I'm gonna start with my witchy cabinet. You can see my beautiful vase. So I'm going to start at the top and work my way down. Up here is my Harry Potter shrine, and then right now my little fairy house that I make, because I make these and I have like an Etsy shop that I sell them in, or I'm sorry, my store envy. These are just really nice. I got the little itty bitties from Hallmark for my birthday, and then I have all my little book collection. I don't have all the books in my possession right now because I am in the process of trying to find them all in first edition hardcovers. And I go to thrift stores. It's the only place I go to get them. And then I have the original set of Fantastic Beasts and Quidditch Through the Ages, and then I have Tales of Beetle the Bard. I still am missing History of Magic and a couple of the other ones that are out now, but I'll get them eventually. Down here, these are my mundane books. I don't like to have my witchy books out for everyone to see because my in-laws are Christian, and this is also my guest bedroom that my witch room is in, and so I kind of have to make sure that I'm not hurting anyone's sensibilities, basically. I don't mind censoring myself. One of my favorite books is on this shelf, and it's right here, A Lifetime of Love, and this is Leonard Nimoy's poetry book. If you don't know who that is, that's Spock from the original Star Trek series. I'm a big Star Trek fan. It's really embarrassing and really nerdy, but I just really love the characters, and I really love the storyline, and, my dad and I used to watch it together, so it's kind of reminds me of our time together. So let's jump right in. This is going to be consecrated as Artemis's offering box. It hasn't been yet, which is why it's not on my altar. These two pieces are family pieces, and then I've got my animals, my bunny and my turtle. Those are from a camping trip with my sister, and those are really special to me. We got them because we had some really cool animal encounters with a really stubborn gopher tortoise who wouldn't move out of my way. And there are pictures of this. She has them. If you manage to find out who she is and find her, she will gladly share them with you because she loves embarrassing me. And then the rabbit was from a little rabbit friend who came and spent time with me while we were camping. It was super fun. Then I don't know where to put this yet. I just got this yesterday from a thrift shop. It's an antique butter dish. You put butter in here and then you put water in the bottom, and then you store the butter upside down, and it doesn't need refrigeration. It's really cool. I have my acorns that are drying out for offerings during the winter. I've got acorn caps in there, and then on the bottom, ooh, look, I got it at a thrift store. On the bottom, I've got acorns that are drying out. In Florida, we have live oak trees, which have different acorns. They're really long and oblong shaped. So then, coming down here, we have my display stone collection. I'm trying to stay out of my lighting because I had to fix it. But we've got my display stones here. I have a wonderful gem store that I like to buy my stones from. This one in particular is one of the first stones I ever got from her. This is a cocoa geode. I got it from Bekkathyst. So if you are on Tumblr, you probably know who Bekkathyst is. If not, I will link her in the description below. She is so awesome, you guys. She has wonderful stones. They are all natural. And she just has some really good stuff for every budget. She even has some really cool labradorite carvings, which are way out of my price range right now, but I do want one eventually. I have a turtle scale from the camping trip that my sister and I took together. We got that off of a turtle shell that the turtle had long since passed, and it was so dried out that the scales were actually coming up off of them. So my sister and I each went up and made an offering to the spirit of the dead animal, and then we each took a scale home, and then we also found little cow bones and stuff. Up here I have, you can't really see it very well, but I have this little blue barrel vase, which was my mom's, and she gave it to me. Then I have my wooden chalice and my wooden mortar and pestle. Both of those were thrift store finds. I have my little rose quartz phallus, which was a gift from my lair, as was this scrying mirror. Then I have my mortar and pestle. These have been well loved, you guys. There's so much residue in both of these because I used to use them all the time. This one, I actually make my black salt in this one because it got washed by an ex-roommate, so I can't actually use it for anything except charcoal now. So that just became my charcoal one, which is fine. I actually don't mind using it for that because I have another like small mortar and pestle as well that you'll see. I have my agate clock, which is another thrift store find. That one actually came from a Goodwill. I have to fix the hardware on it, but it shouldn't be too hard to fix. Then I've got my like small stone specimens and my piece of amber that I've had forever. My deer bone. I think it's a collarbone, I believe, and then I use it as a candle holder, which is why it's covered in wax. I got that in a tumbler giveaway like years ago. I've got my quartz, my fluorite, and my desert rose, which is shaped like a UFO, which is super cool. I've got my jewelry boxes and my salt lamp, which is a candle holder type, so it doesn't have a light in it. Then I've got my spheres. I have my agate sphere that I just got the other day at a thrift shop for $10. And then I've got my other little spheres here, my bloodstones, and then I've got my unakite. Unakite, you guys, is one of my favorite stones. It's actually really good for people who suffer from any like past trauma, which sadly I do have, and so I really work with unakite a lot to help me like work through some of those issues. I have my science-y witch books. Now, these are out and in like front of people because my family knows that I work with herbs and I work with rocks. So I keep them out because A, it's just simpler, and B, they're much handier for me to like go and grab and start working with like really quickly. I don't have to like dig for them. And then this is my cat shrine for my Nova. Where are you, Nova? Hi, Nova. Yeah, she said hi. And so that's like her little area. I have to put a new tea light into Bast's candle, and then I always leave some catnip as an offering. Down here we have more of my stone collection. We've got my carnelian tree, and then some candle holders that I made, a big tall pillar candle I got at a Goodwill, my sage bundle that Alaire gave to me, some deer rib cage bones, more stones. This whole jar is stones. Let me show you guys how big this thing is. Like, that's my hand. Like, it's huge. And it's full to the brim. There's so many stones in there. I'll do a video on stones eventually one day. I have my little trees. I've got my moakite tree on the right and my snowflake obsidian tree on the left. My beautiful Bridget vase. And then down here we have my other goddesses. We have my adorable Greek goddess. She doesn't really have a name. I haven't figured out who she is yet, but I've had her for about 5 years and I really love her. She's always holding leaves or flowers that represent the season. So we're in fall right now. I know technically it's not fall yet, but I started decorating already. And then down here, of course, we have the lovely Artemis. Hello, Artemis. Over here, these are my witchy books. I'm going to sit down so you guys can see. These are my witchy books. This is actually a Christmas present for my boyfriend, so it's wrapped so nicely. These are my witchy books in here. You can't see it, but I have like Margot Adler and Robert Graves. I have a Gerald Gardner text. I've got, some of the other ones. These ones over here are all autographed by their authors, and so these I keep kind of like separate because they're really special to me. And then I have my silver bowl for making moon water. I have some school books and magazines that I just don't have another place for. And then, I have my Buckland and my Timothy Roderick, which I do have his other book, but I'm actually like reading through it right now, so it's not on my shelf. And I have some tarot handbooks. Not all of my books are like super good that I would like highly recommend. Some of them leave a little bit to be desired. Sorry about like the noise outside. My lawn guys are doing my lawn. No harm, no foul. It's completely fine. It's quartz. No, okay. The stone that it's on actually came from my apartment complex. They actually have, see if I can get up here without too much shaky cam. They actually have like stones everywhere, so I went and stole one night when I was on a run. And we come over here. Let me show you guys this cabinet. See this cabinet? It's wonderful. I love this cabinet. Do you guys know how much I paid for this cabinet? I got it at a thrift store. I got this cabinet, and it's about 5 feet tall. I got this cabinet, guys, for $25. It has a couple of imperfections, but I left them because I kind of like it. So, and I've got my like wands up here. It's my incense because I'm working on a new storage place for them. So this is my actual altar. I have to use my hagstone to hold open the door of my altar because otherwise it falls on itself. In here in another video, you know that I showed you guys my Irish tea set. Then you can really see my cauldron. I love it. My cauldron I got at the thrift store. It's sitting on top of a cast iron cookie like pan. And then my bowline and my athame are back there. Can't really see them, and that's fine. I'm in the process of getting a new athame because that one I have is from an ex-boyfriend, and so it really doesn't resonate with me anymore. I got my little, abalone shell, which I got the other day at a thrift store. These chime candle holders came from a thrift store. I'm going to really show you guys how much of my stuff is like bought like for real at places and how much of it is actually like thrifted, because you're going to be shocked. So alright, moving into my beautiful altar. Let me adjust the lighting a little bit so you can see. Into my altar I have my holy water in my silver bowl. Then I have my offering plate, which is made out of pewter. Those two things came from thrift stores, as did my small chalice, if you'll remember. My bell came from a thrift store, my small mortar and pestle, and this bowl which I keep my holy salt in. These I got for my birthday a couple years ago. I have my spiral god and my Hecate statue on my altar, which my Hecate was a gift from my sister who also used to work with Hecate. These have moved, and that's kind of fun. I'm the only one who comes in here and moves things around on my altar, so that's kind of interesting that they were both moved. This is my god candle holder and my goddess candle holder. You'll see that they are very similar, but they're also very like different, and I bought them both at Dollar Tree, which if you don't live in the US is a store where every single thing inside the store is $1. These guys I bought I bought online. I saw them in a witch shop here in town, but I ended up buying them online. They are the, oh gosh, what are they called? I think they're called the Spiral God and the Spiral Goddess, but like they're different. They're double-sided. They have the fertility imagery on one side, and on the other side they're just kind of like basic, like Celtic imagery, which is what like I really align with. So you've got like the oak and the holly and all of that kind of everywhere, and I really like love it. I love the imagery. They're just beautiful to me. So even though I ordered them online, I had a gift card from my family towards them, and then I also had store credit, so I ended up getting basically one of them for free and the other one for $10 off. So it was a really good deal. So basically that's my altar. Oh, and my wand. This is really fun. It's made out of a horn, and then it's got a quartz point, and it's really lovely, and it fits my hand really well. Then over here we have my supplies. So we've got my moon water and my ocean water. Let's see if we can move the light so you can see. Yeah, we've got my moon water jar and my ocean water jar, which is empty right now because I have to go get some more. My divination tools, my runes, matches for lighting the candles, some oils. Those 2 boxes are all oils, and then my sea salt, which is what I use on my altar. Then the rest of my witchy supplies are all in this drawer. I have another offering plate and another like copper bowl, which I'll eventually like use. Excuse me, it's bronze, not copper. Which I'll eventually use. I just haven't found a use for it yet. I've got some like lower quality incenses because I'm like in between buying some stuff right now. I have a wooden pendulum that I don't use very much. It's kind of cool though. The inside of this is like hollow, so you can put stuff in it. I'll put that up there with my other divination tools. Like some of this I'm like finding and I forgot about. This is my comically tiny tarot deck and book, and it's like super tiny. Like it's the size of my finger. So that's really fun. But yeah, so anyway guys, that's my altar. I hope you really enjoyed the video. If you guys have any questions about where I got something or how to find good deals on altar supplies, please let me know. I'm more than happy to answer questions and help you guys out any way that I can, because being pagan can be somewhat expensive, and so trying to find things that are affordable is oftentimes a challenge. So I'm always willing to like help people find things. So yeah, I just really wanted to show you guys my altar and show you guys around and show that you can still have a really witchy space in a very mundane space as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a wonderful and magical day.